you are all doing well. Today, we would like to discuss about the author, Glossary, question and answers, of Class 8 English 2nd Unit Reading A, that is, Oliver asks for more. Before you watch this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel, hit like button, and share it to your friends. Dear children, let us know more information about the author of the lesson, so listen to me carefully. Charles Dickens, 1812 to 1870, is a well-known English novelist. Due to his father's imprisonment, Charles left school and worked in a shoe factory. While he was working as an office boy, he launched his writing career. His novels Oliver Twist, Great Expectations, Pickwick Papers, Bleak House, A Tale of Two Cities and David Copperfield brought him name all over the world. He went on lecture tours to America and got literary reputation. He focused on social issues and human ailments in his works. Let us discuss glossary of the lesson. Beadle, it is a noun, which means an official of a church. Parish, it is a noun, which means a church committee. Ocum, it is a noun, which means loose fiber obtained by untwisting and picking apart old ropes. Surly, it is an adjective, which means serious or angry. Gruel, it is a noun, which means a thin liquid food of oats, rice, etc. Devoured, it is a verb, which means eat hungrily or quickly. Appetite, it is a noun, which means the desire to eat, hunger. Voracious, it is an adjective, which means wanting great quantities of food. Stupefied, it is an adjective, which means shocked. Paralyzed, it is a verb, which means became motionless. Ladle, it is a noun, which means a long-handled spoon used to serve liquids. Countenance, it is a noun, which means a person's face or facial expression. Confinement, it is a noun, which means putting in a prison or a closed room. Apprentice, it is a noun, which means one who works under a skilled person. We would like to discuss question and answers of the lesson. The first question is, how did Oliver feel when he was asked to appear before the live board? Answer, Oliver didn't have any clear defined notion of what a live board was. He was rather surprised by the information that he was to appear before the live board. He was not quite certain whether he ought to laugh or cry. He had no time to think about the matter. Second question. Why did Oliver tremble and cry in the whitewashed room? Answer, Oliver followed Mr.Bumble into the whitewashed room where the members of the board were sitting round a table. They were all fat. Oliver was frightened at the sight of so many gentlemen. He stood trembling in silence when the gentleman in the high chair asked him what his name was. So, the beadle gave Oliver a tap on his back with his cane, which made him cry. Third question. What is that, sir? Inquired poor Oliver. What does that refer to? Answer, the gentleman said to Oliver that he was an orphan. Oliver did not know who an orphan was. So he asked what that orphan was. Here that refers to orphan. They were cruel. They didn't want to offer the poor sufficient food. They were of the opinion that the inmates of the workhouse should either starve quickly outside the workhouse, or gradually inside the house. When Oliver asked for more gruel, they ordered him into confinement. All this shows us that the members of the court were merciless and looked down on the poor. Fifth question. What main differences do you notice between the children and the master? Observe the physical appearances, dress, behavior, etc. What can you infer from these differences? Answer. The children were poor. They were orphans. They were thin and not healthy. They were starving. They were fearful of their master. They were poorly dressed. But the master was round-bellied. He was a fat and healthy man. Continuation of the fifth answer. He wore fine dress and shoes. He was assisted by one or two women at mealtime for serving the meal. He didn't have any sympathy for the poor children. From these differences, I can infer that the master was very cruel and didn't have any concern for the children. The master represents the rich whereas the children represent the poor. Sixth question. How do you look at Oliver's request? Please, sir, I want some more. What compelled him to say this? Answer. Oliver and his companions suffered the tortures of slow starvation for 3 months. They became wild with hunger. One of them declared that he would eat a thin boy out of hunger. The boys held a meeting and decided that it was Oliver who should ask for more gruel. Oliver Twist was desperate with hunger and reckless with misery. These pathetic conditions compelled Oliver to say, please, sir, I want some more. Seventh question. What happened to Oliver at the end of the story? Answer. At the end of the story, Oliver was ordered into instant confinement. Next morning Bill was pasted on the gate offering a reward of £5 to anybody who would accept Oliver was an apprentice to any trade, business, or calling. Seventh question. What happened to Oliver at the end of the story? Answer. At the end of the story, Oliver was ordered into instant confinement. Next morning Bill was pasted on the gate offering a reward of £5 to anybody who would accept Oliver was an apprentice to any trade, business, or calling. Eighth question. Do you find children like Oliver around you? How would you help them to live better? Answer. Yes, I find a few children like Oliver in my neighborhood. I feel pity for them and I would help them by offering them enough food and cloths. I would also make my friends and neighbors help them in the way they can. I would also inform the child labor enforcement team to protect the poor and orphan children. Thank you for watching.